Okay, so are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Let me share the screen. So in the previous class, we started with the example design of a flat plate type flat slab. Okay, so in the first step, we determined the slab thickness by using L by D ratio, and then we'll find out we have found out the loads acting on the flat slab, and then we found the stiffnesses and check the effect of pattern loading. Okay, so here we found that along the short span, along the short span, the alpha c is less than alpha c minimum, and hence we have to apply the correction factor. Okay, we have to apply the correction factor in the positive bending moment along the short direction to account for the effect of pattern loading, and the correction factor was uh, found to be 1.01. Okay, and then in the next step we found out the reinforcement. Okay, so calculation of the reinforcement. So in the calculation of reinforcement, we find out the total moment, and then we also found out the total moment along the short and long direction, found out the width of the column strip and the middle strip along the long direction as well as along the short direction. And then we found out the reinforcement required in each direction in the column strip and middle strip. Okay, so as a first step, uh, we find out the negative moment in the column strip, positive moment in the column strip, negative moment in the middle strip, positive moment in the middle strip along the long direction. And then we found out the Q factor, and from that we find out the PT, and then we find out the HT required. Okay, then with this AST is for the full width. We then find the AST per meter width, and we are also check the AST minimum, and uh, then we provided the AST, uh, which is and we ensure that the AST provided is greater than the AST required or AST minimum, whichever is greater. Same thing we did for the short span. Okay, so and we found the enforcement along the short direction, and this is the uh, tabular form, the calculation we have done. This is presented in tabular form. The next step is to check the transfer of moment. So if you remember in the theory part, we saw the transfer of unbalanced moment or transfer of flow loads to the column. Okay, so transfer of the flow load into column, it can be done by it is done through two ways. Vertical load direct acting at the center line of the column, that is the direct load, and the unbalanced moment which may arise due to the unequal loading on adjacent spans or due to the unequal span lengths. So we'll first find out the unbalanced moment. Okay, as per the code. So in case of we know that in absence of exact analysis, the code has given this formula to find the unbalanced moment. Okay, so using this formula, we'll find out the unbalanced moment, and then we'll find out the factor alpha, this gamma, and 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 from this factor we'll find out the unbalanced moment carried by the flexural couple and the unbalanced moment carried by the shear couple, which is this one. Okay, so let's find the unbalanced moment. So next step, step 4, transfer of moment in columns. So we'll find the unbalanced moment. So for this we'll refer this formula. Unbalanced moment m is equals to 0.08 times WD, that is the dead load, plus 0.5 live load, L2, that is the transverse span or span transverse to the span under consideration, and Ln is the center to center distance, face to face distance between the supports, square of that, and same these are the parameters for the adjacent span, 1 plus 1 divided by alpha c. So so the clause number was the clause is 31.4.5.2, page 55. So unbalanced moment m is equal to 0.08 times dead load plus 0.5 live load L2 ln square minus WD dash L2 dash ln dash square. Okay, and whole divided by 1 plus 1 by alpha c. So this is given in the clause 31.5.4.2, page 55, IS 456 2000. So this is equal to 0.08. Now WD is the dead load. If you remember, the total dead load is 9. Okay, and live load is 6. Okay, so your WD is 9 and WL is 6. So it is 9 plus 0.5 into 6 into now we are finding this moment along the long span, along long span. So your L1 is 6000 mm L2 is 4500 mm. So your L2 is here will be 4500, and ln actually your ln will be face to face distance, which is equal to we have already calculated ln. If you remember, for the total moment we found the ln along the long direction, and that was 5.6 meter, okay, or 5600 mm. That was along the long direction, okay. Along the long direction the ln is 5.6. So your ln here is 5.6 meter, or here also we can express this and in meter also. Your L2 is 4.5 meter, this is 5.6 square minus WD dash. We'll assume that our adjacent span is also the same, so it will be 9 times L2, that is also 4.5 times ln square, so that is also 5.6 square, and this is divided by 1 plus 1 by alpha c. The value of alpha c along the long direction is so alpha c along the long direction is 0.8. Okay, so divided by 0.8. So how much is this value? The unbalanced moment along the long direction. This is along long direction. Can anybody calculate this value? How much is this value? So this will be around 15.05 kilonewton meter. So this is the total unbalanced moment along the long direction. Now this unbalanced moment this unbalanced moment is to be distributed among the upper and the lower columns based on the stiffnesses. So this unbalanced moment should be distributed among upper and lower columns based on their stiffnesses. Okay, so here we will assume that the columns above the floor and the columns below the floor, this is our floor level, this is our upper column. Okay, this is adjacent span, this is span under consideration. and this is adjacent span, the value of which we have taken these values. These are the values of the adjacent span. And this is the lower column. Okay, this is the upper column. So here we assume that the size of the lower column and upper column are equal, so their stiffnesses are equal. So we'll distribute this moment equally among the upper and the lower column. Okay, so here the stiffness, the size of upper or upper and lower column is assumed to be same. So the stiffnesses of the columns are also same. Hence, the total unbalanced moment, moment carried by upper or lower column is equal to this value 15.05 divided by 2. So this value is how much? It will be 7.5 plus 7.53 we can say. Okay, so it will be 7.53 kilonewton meters. Okay, so we'll design the column for this much unbalanced moment. Okay, so when you design the column, you have to consider this unbalanced moment in the design of column. Okay, so this part this is considered for the design of column, for the design of columns. Okay, so when you design, you have to add this much additional unbalanced moment in the columns. Next, let us find the factor by which the fraction of the unbalanced moment will be carried by flexural couple and the shear couple. So for that, we have to find the factor called gamma, that is this factor. Okay, so this factor gamma and it is given in the same clause Okay, so the factor gamma is equal to is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus 2 by 3 of A1 by A2, where A1 is the length of the critical section along C1 and A2 is the length along the length of the critical section along C2. Okay, so and the critical section is assumed at 0.5 d from the face of the column. So this factor alpha is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus 2 by 3 of A1 by A2, where A1 is equal to length of critical section along C1, means C1 dimension. So this value will be 400, and the effective depth is 170. So plus half of the 170 times 2. So 2 means on each side. So 2 into half d. So it will be 2 gets cancelled. It will be 570. Okay, same way the length of the critical section, length of critical section along C2, so it will be 300 plus same 2 into 1 half of 170, so it will be 470. Okay, you substitute these values, 1 plus 2 by 3, that is 570 by 470. So how much is this value? How much is this factor? Alpha is equal to anyone?
0.96.
0.96. 0.96. Just check it. It is not that. See, it is 1 volt divided by 1 plus, you take this as in one parenthesis. It is like this. Okay. Now you calculate this. So it will be 0.576. Are you getting this value?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this is the factor by which the unbalanced moment, that is this unbalanced moment will be shared by the flexural couple. So we can write the unbalanced moment shared by flexural couple will be equal to gamma times m. If you remember this. See, the flexural couple will carry MUB is equals to gamma times M, where M is the unbalanced moment. So this is your M, unbalanced moment carried by the flexural couple, that is bending. So this can be written as 0.576 into 15.05. Okay, so how much is this value? Similarly, unbalanced moment shared by shear couple. Okay, see the next section. The unbalanced moment carried by the shear couple, it will be gamma MUV is equals to 1 minus gamma times M. Means the remaining will be carried by the shear couple. So MUV is equal to 1 minus gamma times M. So it will be 1 minus 0.576 times 15.05. So how much is this value?
8.67.
How much?
8.67.
8.67 kilonewton meter. And this value?
6.38.
6.38 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is your MUB and this is MUB. Now same way, this was along the long direction. We'll do it for the short direction also. So along short direction, here your L1 will be 4500 and L2 will be 6000 mm. Okay, so unbalanced moment along the short direction, M is equal to 0.08 WD plus 0.5 WL minus WD dash times ln L2 ln square L2 ln square minus WD dash L2 dash times ln dash square. Whole divided by 1 plus 1 by alpha c. Okay, so for this case it will be 0.08 into this will be 9 plus 0.5 into 6. Now here your L2 will be 6 meter times this ln this ln is equal to, if you remember, we have already calculated this ln value along the short direction. The value of ln is 4.2. Okay, so let us substitute this value here, 4.2 meter. So it is 4.2 square minus, again we'll assume our adjacent span is of same size and same loading, so it will be 9 into L2, that is 6 meter into this value, that is 4.2 square volt divided by 1 plus 1 by, now alpha c along the short direction. So alpha c along the short direction was 2.2 something, it was 0.254. okay, if you remember, we have found the alpha c along the short direction. This was the value 0.2 0.254. okay, so this is the value of alpha c, 0.254. so you can sum up these values. How much is this? So this will be 15.15 kilonewton meter. Are you getting this value? This is the total unbalanced moment along the short direction. Okay, again this is to be distributed among the upper column and the lower column based on their stiffnesses. लेक्चर में फिर बात करता हूँ. Okay, so this is the unbalanced moment. We can say here unbalanced moment. This is along short direction. Okay, the earlier one was along the long direction. This one. Okay, this is along long direction. Okay, then again we'll find out the factor gamma. So factor gamma is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus 2 by 3 of this A1 by A2. A1 by A2. Okay, and your A1 is now it is reversed. Okay, because our column, see our column is like this. Okay, so along the long direction, when we calculate along the long direction, this is your C1 and this is your C2, or let us write, actually this is to be drawn here. Here. So okay, so this is your C1 and this is the long direction, we are finding the moment. This is C2 and the critical section is like this. Okay, where this is your A1 and this is your A2. Now for the short direction, your A1 and A2 will be reversed. So okay, so this is the column, and this time we are finding along the short direction. So okay. So now this will be your A1 and this will be your A2. See, this is the critical section. Critical section, we assume it as 0.5 D from the column face. Okay, same way this is also the critical section at 0.5 D from the face of column. Okay, and this is your C1, this is C2. So your this A1 will now we know that here C1 is 300 and C2 is 400 mm. So it will be 300 plus 2 into 1/2 of this 17. How much it was? 170, no? So times 170. So it will be 470. Okay, and A2 will be 400 plus 2 into 1/2 of 170. So this will be again 570. Okay, same way here your C1 is 400 mm and C2 is 300 mm. So you substitute these values, 1 plus 2/3 of this A1, that is 470, divided by 570. So how much is this value? See, this is along the short direction. Okay, this is along the short direction. This is also along the short direction. You can substitute S for the short and L for the long. So this is short, or we write this as MUS, the unbalanced moment along the short direction. Unbalanced moment along the short direction. Same way here also we can write this as MUL along the long direction, unbalanced moment along the long direction, and this factor gamma, this that is also along the long direction. So this will be your along the long direction. This is unbalanced moment along the long direction. Okay, yes, this is unbalanced moment along the long direction, and this is gamma L. So how much is this factor? So it is 0.622. Just verify it. Okay, now we have the factor. Now we can find the unbalanced moment carried by the flexural couple and the shear couple along the short direction. So same as earlier, we can write unbalanced moment carried by flexural couple, that will be MUB is equal to, now again this is along the short direction. You can also differentiate the two. Here it was along the long direction. Okay, so you can write this as MUBL, MUBL. Okay, and these are MUBS along the short direction. So it will be gamma times unbalanced moment along the short. Okay, so it will be 0.622 into the unbalanced moment. The unbalanced moment is 5.15. So you find out this value, how much is this value, and same way unbalanced moment carried by shear couple, MUVS means along the short direction, it will be the remaining unbalanced moment, that is 1 minus gamma, this is gamma S, again this is gamma S, times MUS. So it will be 1 minus 0.622 times 5.15. So how much is this value? So this will be around 3.2 kilonewton meter. Just check it, and this will be 1.95 kilonewton meter. Just check it. So we stop here. If you have any doubt up till now, we can discuss, and in the next class we'll carry out the further calculations. Okay, so we'll go through the shear design also in the next class. If you have any doubt till now, let us just recapitulate the things we have covered today. So today we found the transfer of moment in the columns. So we find out the unbalanced moment along the long direction using the formula given in the clause 31.5.2 IS 456. So so along the long direction, this unbalanced moment comes out to be 15.05 kilonewton meter. Okay, now this is the total unbalanced moment along the long direction. Now out of this unbalanced moment, a fraction of it will be carried by the shear couple, and the remaining will be carried by the shear couple. Fraction will be carried by flexural couple, and the remaining will be carried by the shear couple. So we have to find out the factor, which is also given in the code. So that factor is actually gamma, that is 1 divided by 1 plus 2 by 3 of square root of critical section along the long direction or along C1, and divided by critical section along C2. So by this factor, the unbalanced moment will be shared by the flexural couple and shear couple. Okay, so your unbalanced moment along the long direction carried by the flexural couple, that comes out to be 8.67 kilonewton meter, and the fraction carried by the shear couple is 6.38 kilonewton meter. Okay, and also note that also note that this total unbalanced moment is also transferred to the columns above and below. So this is transfer based on the stiffnesses of the upper and the lower story columns. But here we assume that the upper story and the lower story are of same size and having same stiffnesses. So the additional unbalanced moment to be carried by the column is half of the total unbalanced moment. So when you design the column, you have to take into account this unbalanced moment in the column. Okay, now same procedure will also follow for the short span. So along the short span, the unbalanced moment, same formula will use and find the unbalanced moment, and it works out to be 5.15 kilonewton meter. And then we'll find out the factor by which the unbalanced moment carried by the flexural couple. So it will be 1 by 2/3 of A1 by A2. But now here the critical section will now change, because we are finding along the short direction. So it will be 470 A1 and A2 will be 570. So the factor comes out to be 0.622, and hence the unbalanced moment carried by the flexural couple is 3.2 kilonewton meter and kilonewton meter, and the unbalanced moment carried by the shear couple is 1.92 kilonewton meter. Okay, so we stop here. If you have any doubt, then we can discuss. Okay, so if you don't have any doubt, then we stop here, and you can leave the class now.